How do you define an arable crop?
Well, we look first at the text of the EU proposal and we don't find any definition whatsoever. It talks about a delegated act, which means it's really in the Commission's gift to work it out at some point determined by them when it's convenient. Probably won't be until farmers are thinking about filling their single payment form in until we actually know.
And it's a lot more complicated than wheat or barley or oilseed rape. You actually are coming to the thinking that feed wheat and milling wheat or spring wheat and winter wheat are different kinds of crop themselves.
Well, in the absence of a definition, the only word they put in there is grass. We don't even know whether that means temporary grass, grass undersown and barley. Yes, I think the question's open to interpretation, and we will argue that first wheat and second wheat should be treated as different crops. They're grown differently, managed differently, harvested differently, and certainly stored differently. They have different inputs put onto them, and they're not managed by the farmer as the same crop.
And I understand that other EU countries might have similar thinking, and you're actually over to France this week to see what they say.
Well, we hope to learn from the experience of farmers in France who have had some of the greening measures in place through their own national government legislation for a couple of years now. We've seen them having a version of set aside where they have to keep land out of production or have environmental features. So we're going to thrash out these ideas with our counterparts in France now and in the weeks and months to come.
And as they stand, what will the impact of these proposals be on UK farmers?
Well, this is one of the most straightforward ones for farmers to understand. When you present these ideas to the farmer community, they see someone telling them what to do. It's the first message they get out of this reform. And the second thing is they start to see real impacts on their farm, because it means many of them who are potentially growing wheat and oilseed rape will think that means them. They've got to change their rotation and do something differently, let alone the complications, of course, for block cropping and people that grow continuous wheat or other crops. It certainly could be quite confusing.
And UK farmers are often seen as being ahead of the game when it comes to things like environmental management and agri-environment schemes and that kind of thing. Will it have any impact on those?
Well, the discussions we've already had, the leaks, the proposals themselves, the discussions we've heard from the Commission are not at the moment encouraging farmers to think that they should be using the existing environmental schemes to promote their work in biodiversity, and they're being told that everyone's going to be compulsorily greened in the future, and it's causing a lot of uncertainty and probably causing people not to react as quickly as we would like in renewing ALS agreements, for example.